Men, what do you think would be the worst thing about being a woman? Childbirth. I'm told it's painful. Not to mention the 9 months prior where your body and mind do all kinds of weird shit that you have no control over. Pockets and pants are too small. Big boobs. Ever watch a woman run? Of course you have, you liar. Seeing them bounce all over the place looks annoying as fuck. I get annoyed if I'm casually jogging with a bag that's not secured super well. Can't imagine having those going all over the place. My mom has told me that she avoids running and other exercise because of this. She was a very talented gymnast as a teen and gave up the sport entirely, mostly because her breasts grew quite big and she no longer ever felt comfortable doing routines. Having people be fake towards you just because they want to get in your pants. Just the immense concern for my physical safety over things that I, as an adult man, no longer have to worry about. When I was a kid and I got left alone in a car for a long enough period of time, I used to stress that I would get kidnapped, which, in hindsight, was a little bit of an overreaction. Now, as a relatively tall and shaped guy who generally tries to know where he's going ahead of time, I don't even worry that much about that sort of thing if I'm walking alone at night through a sketchy part of a big city. Women, on the other hand, worry about going to a bar with friends in the early evening. I never have to genuinely ask myself how far I'll have to walk to get to my car, or whether I can get a friend to pick me up if something goes wrong, or that the guy walking 100 feet behind me and my group of pals on a sidewalk at 9 p.m. is going to try and hurt me. Women, unfortunately, seem to have to worry about these things all the time. Just so wrong. Not being taken seriously. I've seen the way some people ignore the opinions and concerns of women and chalk it up to that time of the month, or even more vulgar things. Much respect to women in the business world who have to deal with a lot of bullshit. Being surrounded by people that are way bigger and stronger than you and could do basically anything if they wanted. Like, imagine if half of society was silverback gorillas. Sure, most of the gorillas are perfectly nice, but all it would take is one deciding he doesn't like you, and that's it. Being unable to be nice to a man without him hitting on you. Having the fear of being attacked sexually. I was molested for the better part of my childhood till I was 11. Multiple cowards and sick people overpowered me. The fear of getting hurt worse for telling was always in the back of my mind. When I finally spoke up, nothing was done. The family brushed it off because said molesters were mentally handicapped. Slow, but nothing drastic. The worst of said scum hurt well over 10 children, boys and girls, also dogs. He murdered pets and would make trophies of their corpses, and everyone in my family wrote it off as him being retarded. He was the butt if jokes and people laughed off his crazy behavior. I'm 30 years old now, and I still have terrors and nightmares about my attacks. I'm somewhat of a man's man. Big beard, lift weights, general guy stuff. But I still break down in tears when I read sad stories about abused children and women alike. I will admit the Me Too movement changed my life. These brave women sharing their stories and standing up as a collective is something that I will always admire and have respect for. As much as I would like to say I'm over my demons and have made peace, I just can't. My innocence and childhood were ripped from me, and I don't feel I will ever truly recover. All I can do is sympathize and understand the importance of speaking up to the right people. Help is out there if you seek it, and I've been blessed with a handful of people that I can share my story with. Stay strong, ladies. Much love. Lower metabolism would mean I would have to eat significantly less to not get fat. I already eat and drink like shit, and only stay in good shape by running and lifting some. I'd probably be fat if I wasn't a guy. Being viewed as bitchy if I push for what I want. I went to a club about a year ago. When I was waiting in line, a woman came up and out her arm around me. Her friends were there and was saying how cute I was. She was obviously very drunk. She started kissing me in the cheek and her friends pulled her away. I didn't really care. I thought it was funny and didn't reciprocate in any way since she was drunk and how I was not. However, I thought, what if I had been a woman? What if she were actually a 6-foot-tall dude and his friends weren't there or were cheering him on? What happens if it weren't able to physically push her off whenever I wanted? What if he's starting to try and aggressively make out with me? That's something that every guy should think of, I think, when they go out drinking at a club or bar. And if a much worse experience happened, I might not want to go out again, at least not with a few friends around me. That and periods. Not feeling fully safe at all times in public or hell, even at home. I take it for granted that I can walk pretty much anywhere at any time of day or night and should be fine. I'm surprised nobody have said social pressure to shave. I'm a girl. I might have broken the rule. I know most people would say periods or cramps, but I think that the worst thing would be that girls are set to a certain standard. If you're not tall, wear heels. If you are tall, it's just weird. You can't be taller than boys. And also the dress codes for schools are aimed mostly toward girls. No short shorts. When would a guy wear them? No revealing shirts, cough cough shoulders. Like, how are shoulders distracting? And also, no offense to any ladies, but there's so much freaking drama. Make one wrong move and you're known as the school idiot. Unsolicited dick pics. That the person most likely to kill me would be my significant other, and that it's relatively common. The expectation of wearing makeup. I don't understand why it has become such a universal standard. I personally don't find loads of makeup all that attractive. I appreciate the effort that ladies put into it, and I really do like a well-done, natural look, but I would hate to feel like it's necessary every day. I think the hardest and most frustrating thing about being a woman is you don't instantly get respect like a man does. If a man walks into a bar, no one is trying to woo him or have an ulterior motive most of the time. A woman will have to fight off the barflies because they'll be gawking at her. She'll be considered a feisty one, and then she'll get left alone. I'm not saying this is true in all cases, but it's just my experience. I'm a woman, and just looking at some of the replies here, I feel better. I haven't met a lot of understanding men in my life, and the daily amount of bullshit is so much. The comments kind of restored my faith and hope in the world. Thank you.